Okay, we have Joyce here. She finished Feel Great in 8 about 2 weeks ago?
No,
A little bit longer?
probably early November.
Okay, but you're still going with the program now.
Absolutely.
And you're still doing the exercise.
Love the exercise.
Tell us your experience with Feel Great in 8. What brought you here? What kind of drew you in? What your experience was all the way through?
What brought me here was that I had met a few girls that live in Wildwood, and they told me about it, and they had lost significant amounts of weight.
Great.
They still had more to lose because 8 weeks isn't a really long time.
Right.
But, and I was feeling very fat, and I've known Bob Olivieri for years, and I figured, okay, well, I'll try it. And I tried it.
And what were you coming into it? What were you expecting?
I was expecting to take off some weight and just to feel better, not to feel bloated, and to, I should say, everybody tries to eat right. And you try this once a year to eat right and join some kind of exercise weight loss program.
Right.
But this seems to have really worked for me. I mean, I am into salads every single day, and I also have salad at night. I haven't touched a diet soda, which is unusual for me since I started in September.
Perfect.
And probably don't plan on touching a diet soda again. I was never much of a drinker, so if I have one glass of wine a week, that's it for me. What I like the best about the program is the exercise.
Really?
I love the TRX. I love Ryan and Danielle. They really do a good job. They take time with you because they're in their 20s, and a lot of us are in our 60s and 70s that are doing this, 50s, every age group. You have every age group.
Right.
The supplements, some of the taste, some of them is really horrid, but you get used to it. And then when you're done with the program, you usually just are staying with one, the D.
So it's more, right now you're doing maintenance.
Right.
So how do you feel right now? Do you feel like this is a lifestyle change, or is it just an 8-week?
No, well, it's more than 8 weeks because I'm past 8 weeks. What I found was interesting is places that you've lost weight that I never knew you could lose weight. My calves. I would always, buy boots with a zipper on the side, but I could never get them zipped all the way up.
Right.
They zip all the way up. That's a very unusual place to lose weight.
Oh, absolutely. Strength-wise, I know you said you love the exercise class. I mean, I've seen you progress all the way, from 8 weeks when you started. And how are you feeling with that? I mean, I know you bought a TRX.
We bought a TRX, my husband and I, and we both put it on the closet door and we use it. I've always exercised. I have always done some kind of aerobics or something. But I really like the TRX. It's a life changer. It really is, and it's good because it's not constant. I mean, you do certain number of repetitions and then you're finished.
Right.
But it's great. It's a great way to do it.
It's definitely it's a quick class.
Right, and I like the way our heart is monitored. So we do an exercise, it's on the board, and then we go into something else where we get our heart rate up again, and then we go back and do another exercise. So we're constantly going up and down and up and down, which is good.
And
and the classes are about 46 minutes, 44 minutes. It's less than an hour, so even if we get a late start, we're done within that hour's time.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. And now, how'd you feel with the food? I mean, variety. I know it is limited in the beginning, but you do kind of learn how to eat.
Well, there were foods that I always snubbed my nose at, and sweet potatoes was one. I adore sweet potatoes. I mean, I adore them. They're just wonderful, and they're good for you, and my husband has always liked sweet potatoes, so that made it really easy. I don't have huge portions. I eat smaller portions. I almost eat whatever we both can. We go out for dinner, and I'll just eat a half or a quarter, depending where I am and what the size of the portion is.
Absolutely.
And then just bring it home, and it'll last you for a couple of more nights. That's all.
Good. Now, definitely, I mean, I've seen tons of progress with strength, but even overall results. I mean, you dropped a significant amount of weight.
I dropped a significant amount of weight, but I also dropped a lot of inches. In fact, we just came back from a week in St. Thomas, and so the beginning of December I went shopping for swimwear, and the size that I always wore was much too big, so I went down a size in swimwear. That's a really exciting thing to do.
Health-wise, blood work, how's everything going through?
Everything is good.
checks out.
Everything's good. Everything
Fantastic.
checks out.
Yeah, fantastic. Anything else you'd like to add about Feel Great and 8, or
No, I just think he should keep going with this, and you all should keep going, and I think he's probably going to need a bigger office. And I'm glad he has all that land next to him, so he
Right.
can add another room on it if need be.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled with it. I think it's just great,
Uh-huh.
because I feel great at 8.
Would you recommend it
To everybody, and I already have.
Good.
I was at a meeting for the county 2 weeks ago, and a friend of mine was at the other end of the room. She's with the tourism department, and she came up to me and said, "You've lost weight." And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "How did you do it?" I said, "Feel Great and 8."
Mhm.
I have another friend who happens to work across the street from here, and I said to her, "All you have to do is come across the street and change your clothes and then go home. It's really easy, because
Right.
you have 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock classes."
Right.
So it fits into everybody's schedule. There's no reason not to do it.
Mhm.
No reason at all not to do it.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Joyce. You were
Thanks, Ryan.
fantastic during the program. Your results were fantastic, and I couldn't ask more from you.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.